Hi guys, salam alaikum. Just a random, spontaneous broadcast that I wanted to do. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I was just too beat from my day out at the Camel farm here in Southern California. I wanted to talk about some of the things I brought back because they were really cool, and I want to encourage you guys to, if you're ever in Southern California, you can visit this farm, Camel Oasis Dairy in Ramona, California. I'll put links up later, but there are lots of camel farms all over the US and the world. So let me just tell you a little bit about the day. You can go and see my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I think I put up some videos of one of the camels kind of almost eating my hijab. It was kind of funny. And I was not in any danger. Some of you were worried about me and like, thank you very much. But it was fine. I wasn't scared. And all the camel owners were there and they were very friendly. They're used to being around tourists and kids. Kids actually feed them apples. So it was really fun. So how this happened was that I met the author of this book, Camel Crazy. Her name is Christina Adams. She also lives here in California. And she wrote this book called Camel Crazy, A Quest for Miracles in the Mysterious World of Camels, with a foreword by Joel Salatin, which is, if you're in the food world, you know who he is, and very, very interested in health food. Christina has a son who's autistic, and when he was little, she wanted to figure out, what in the world could help him and his symptoms. And so she got turned on to camel milk and then researched and traveled the world, going to people, experts in camels and the nomadic people who live and work with camels. I mean, she has some fascinating story and stuff in this book. So we connected and I was really intrigued by her story because, me, first of all, I love anything related to superfoods, health foods, natural things, natural remedies for things. I like us to get back to nature that is halal, that is tayyib. And so her story it just really resonated with me in so many levels. So I'm going to be doing an interview with her one-on-one pretty soon, maybe after Eid. And I have lots of video from our footage from our trip yesterday. We met there at the Oasis Camel Dairy in Ramona, California. Beautiful drive from San Diego, about an hour outside of San Diego. Gorgeous spring day. I would probably say in the summer it's pretty hot. So we met Nancy and Gil, and they are the couple that owns the farm. And Gil is this like camel whisperer. I can't wait for you guys to see some of the video that I got of him talking about the camels, and he just knows everything about them. He started out with 4, now they have 27, and they take camels that need help or nurturing or kind of get nursed back to health. They sell the camels. So it's really interesting. They're really, really a cool bunch of people, a cool couple. But Christina, the 3 of them are so cool. So I'm going to dive into the book a little bit more when I interview her. But this was the start of it all. And I've been around camels, in my life. I rode one in Morocco many, many, many moons ago. I won't say how many years ago because that would definitely give away my age. But they are majestic animals and they are really interesting. Like if you've ever been on a horse, this is nothing like it. You are up so much higher. And when you get on them, what I wasn't used to, because when you get on a horse, you just sort of jump on the horse. You kind of like, put your foot in the saddle pad, and then you put your leg right over and you're on it. You kind of do that with a camel, but the camel is down on the ground. So when the camel gets up, their knees kind of go back and forth. And so you are riding back and forth, and it's a bit scary at first if you're not used to it. And then once they're standing tall, you are up so high, higher than you normally, would be on a horse or anything. So it's just a really cool experience. And when I was in Turkey, there was a place in, what is it called? I forget the name now. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting places that I love. Outside of Fethiye, there's a small area and it's a bit touristy, and they have couple of camels. They use them for photo ops for tourists, but they actually are taken care of by a family, and they live with a donkey. And when I was with Gil yesterday talking to him, he said, camels don't like to be alone. They like to, you got to get them two together. But they also love to be around donkeys, which I thought was so hilarious, because I thought it was the cutest thing when I saw them in Turkey, this little town. They're out in front, taking pictures with tourists, but when they're not used for that, they were in the back kind of hanging out, and they had these beautiful vintagey type of I don't know what you would call it, but sort of like dressings, like not coats, but maybe to keep them warm, but maybe to be decorative, but just beautiful Turkish, textiles. But they were back there, and then so was the donkey. So it was just a really kind of fun, pretty interesting natural sight, but they're really cool animals. So I had so much fun yesterday. And for me, these are like field trips, because I love to get out there and kind of learn and meet the people behind them, and meet the people who are taking care of these animals and taking care of the land. And Gil and Nancy also have they have sheep. And they were so cute. They were like, I put some pictures up on Twitter, brown and black, and they're babies now because it's spring. There were also baby camels, but they were so cute. I mean, I could just spend all day, playing with them. They're just adorable, and the springtime is the best. Anyway, so people can go to the Oasis Camel Dairy, and they can take kids, and they do tours. I think they do camel rides. I didn't get on any of that, but they also have this little store, and that's what I wanted to show you guys, because I wanted to show you what you can get at the store. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, okay, I'm good. My cat's around, I can tell. Okay, so they have this store. It's a little boutique store, and you can get camel-y things, but you can also get stuff that they curate on the farm, because they have eggs, they have chicks. I guess I didn't see them, but let's get to the camel stuff first. So they had camel milk powder by this company called Advik, and I asked Christina what she thought of this brand, and she said it was really good. So this is a good alternative if you can't get fresh raw camel milk. So California is a raw milk state. We can get raw milk anywhere, as long as the people with the animals are selling it and set up to do that. But Gil and Nancy don't sell the milk. So what the alternative was to get the powder. There are lots of other options for getting raw camel milk that she put in her book. And I'll put links up later when it's time for her interview. But once you read all the benefits of this, you're going to really want to get the camel milk. And now my cat is she's all interested in the camel milk. Sauda, do you want to try the camel milk? Oh my goodness, look at this. She knows what's good. This kitty is a gourmand. She's really a gourmand. She likes all kinds of like rabbit, duck, and now I think camel. So I'm going to try this. I haven't done it yet, but I wanted to, put it in my coffee and see. I've had camel milk, not the raw kind, but I've had the regular camel milk when I was in Dubai. And there's a brand called Camelicious, and they sell it in bottles, with different flavors and so on and so forth. And the thing is that I had some in the morning, because they gave us bottles at the show. I was at the Gulf Food Show, and then drank it in the morning. And I swear I was full like half the day. And it wasn't a big bottle. It was maybe like yay big. But that stuff there's something special in it. And Christina and I were talking, and she said that camel milk reduces inflammation in the body. So it's very good for people with diabetes and other inflammatory issues. So incredible stuff. So I'm going to try the powder until I can get the fresh camel milk, which you can order to be delivered to your house, which comes frozen. So I'm going to try that, and I'll let you know. But as far as other camel milk products, they're not all edibles, but I'll show you the edibles first. Sauda, do you want to try the chocolate? So this is camel milk chocolate. They had they have these big bars. They have the smaller sort of trial size ones. So you could get the classic. This is with almond, and this is camel milk chocolate with coffee. Oh my gosh. I think iftar is going to be very special tonight. Then they have, in terms of camel milk, they have beauty products. So they make serums. Nancy was showing me the serums that they keep it in the refrigerator with the eggs. So she brought out the bottle of serum and she put it on her face, and it is really milky. And for those of you women who like, natural beauty secrets, I mean, I used to always remember the stories about Cleopatra, who the legend was that she bathed herself in milk, and that's why she had beautiful skin. So, I mean, there must be something in camel milk, I guess. I mean, I've seen other products that are milky, so maybe that has something to do with the skin, something good for the skin. So I also got this lip tint. It's made with camel milk, and it smells, it's fuchsia. The color is fuchsia, but it smells like, it almost smells to me like chocolate. It's very moisturizing and very, very milky. I love it. I love it. The other thing they had were bath, I hate to say the word bomb, but they're bath bombs, but they have camel milk in them. So she had different scents. One was like a pepperminty, one was lavender, and this one is rose. So I got the rose one. So this is going to be incredible for bath time. I cannot wait to use this. I was too tired last night to enjoy it, so I just waited, and I wanted to show you guys the stuff anyway. So then they had pastured eggs at the farm too. So look at this, farm fresh pasture eggs. And beautiful. I might make my shakshuka or an omelet or Turkish menemen or something. I can't wait. I am really excited about this. So the thing is, they are unwashed. So there's a tag here that says, our eggs are unwashed, which allows the natural protection the hen leaves on the shell to keep your eggs fresh longer. Wash before using with clean soapy water and rinse. Our chickens get to play in the sunshine, drink fresh water, and eat a variety of healthy foods. So this is very similar to what I experienced in Turkey. In Turkey, they sell you eggs that are unwashed, and they're not refrigerated. And for those of us in America, it's like, oh my God, the eggs are not refrigerated. But that's because they have been washed. And once they've been washed, there's a protective seal that is washed off. And that's actually what keeps the eggs preserved. So you have to refrigerate those. So her eggs, once, they keep them in the fridge because otherwise people can knock them over, or kids can knock them over and break them. But otherwise those don't have to be refrigerated. But once you wash them, they have to be refrigerated. So, and I'm not sure exactly how long you can leave them out. In Turkey, I always brought my eggs home and used them up. I didn't really waste them a lot. So they didn't really need to be, dealt with for very long. But it's a very different way of, dealing with our eggs versus, commercial versus farm fresh. So is that all I brought back? Yes, that was quite a bit. I was like a kid in a candy store. So yeah, that was the Camel Farm, and I hope you guys go. Let me post some links here to the farm, Oasis Camel Dairy. You can also, they have a Facebook page. They have Instagram. So that's that. I'm going to post a link to Christina's book here. Now, it is an affiliate link. So if you buy the book, I do get a small commission out of that, as with lots of the products that I talk about. But I never promote something that I don't love myself. So every little bit helps if you guys do buy the book. It helps Christina, and of course, it also helps me. So we would appreciate that very much. But I think for anyone who's interested in the benefits of camel milk and camel products, whoops, why is that happening? Sorry, I don't know what's going on here. For some reason, I'm not able to post this link. Yeah, here's the link to the book. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, with all that said, we're here having fun. We're here enjoying our iftar at night. We have food, alhamdulillah. You know, we're very blessed here. I just want to remind you, and I'm trying not to bombard everybody with all of the posts about, asking for donations. But, this is the month of giving. Ramadan is the month of introspection. It's the month of thinking about your relationship with your Lord. It's also about thinking about others and being charitable. And so I would really like to remind you guys of our campaign with UNHCR for Yemen. If you want to look back at some of my Instagram posts, my website, TikTok, I think I've put it everywhere. I'm really, really trying to encourage all of you to dedicate this year's Zakat to Yemen. The situation there is very, very dire. Over 20 million people are affected. And I know people might think that you're getting political or you don't want to involve, but this is not about politics. This is about people. And children are literally dying. It's not an exaggeration to say that kids are dying of something that is so solvable in terms of just getting them the food they need. They're dying of malnutrition. And the Zakat program with UNHCR is 100% Zakat verified. So as a donor, you can feel good about that, knowing that the recipients are all Zakat eligible. Everyone who gets the Zakat is eligible for it, and there are criteria for people who can receive Zakat. And for those of you who might question, well, we give money, but how do we know it really gets to the people? Well, UNHCR they know what they're doing, and they are on the ground right now to make sure and to facilitate the human corridors that are created to get the goods and get the food and get the cash assistance to the people that need it. So the other part of that, which is very nice and dignified, is that there is a cash assistance program. So this is called the Zakat Refugee Fund. And it gives the recipients cash for them to use the money however they want and need. So maybe there's a family who has 3 kids and they need to, maybe educate one of those kids and of course feed all of them, or they need to pay a rent, or it's giving them the control to pay for what they need and how they need it. And if I have been watching lots of documentaries about the situation in Yemen, and it's really good to be informed and to know what's happening. And the thing is, they can take their children to a hospital, but if they're being cared for, a lot of times they have to go and get the medicine that the doctors and nurses recommend. So if they don't have the cash for that, if they're only being given assistance in the form of bread and flour, for example, how is that going to help them pay the bills of getting medicine? So we have to think about a little bit of those logistics. And UNHCR has thought of everything, and they have experience in this. They're a trusted source of getting the money and the funds and everything that is needed to the people who need it the most. And for those of you who don't know, Yemen, it's not just Yemenis who are affected in Yemen. There are countless IDPs, or internally displaced people. So they're coming from Somalia and other countries within Africa that were escaping their own issues in those countries, came to Yemen, got stuck in a situation. The ongoing conflict is pretty incredible, and and because of the pandemic, also it's been hard to get the funds to these people. So we really, really, really need your help, and I'm just really hoping that you guys can we really wanted to raise over 100,000 this Ramadan from our 1.5 million people on Facebook. Can we at least get that 100,000? These are the last 10 days of Ramadan. I don't know how to convince you more that your zakat would go to an incredibly good place and really literally save the lives of babies, children, mothers, nursing mothers. Like, there's a trickle down effect. Why are the babies sick? Mothers don't have enough nutrition. I mean, astaghfirullah, like, we are enjoying our blessings, alhamdulillah. But we need to really think about others in the ways that we can count and measure and say, these are not just statistics. These are human beings that literally your money, your zakat, literally saves their lives. So please don't disappoint. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of your fasts and all of your ibadas and your zakat. And I really, really hope you can, do this and dedicate it to the people of Yemen. So I'm going to put links here. If I have a video, I tried to upload that video last time and it just didn't work. So I don't want to lose you. I will post the video later. It just shows a little bit more about the campaign. And it does tug at your heartstrings. So please, please, please calculate and dedicate your zakat to Yemen. And I'm going to put those links up in a minute. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. If I don't know the answers, I will definitely ask my friends at UNHCR. They are more than willing to step in and to answer any questions you have. So thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day and your iftar. Let's see. Probably in the East Coast, you guys are about an hour or two away from iftar. So maybe you're taking naps, maybe you're relaxing. But before you do that, please don't dedicate your zakat to Yemen through UNHCR. Please. All right. Inshallah, we'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum.